Hello, Morten. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you.
I'm
What about you?
so happy. I'm good. I'm so happy and looking forward to hear about Lunar. I've been following a lot of stuff are going with you guys in the Nordic market.
Hmm?
But before we dive into Lunar, I want to know about you. What did you do before? A little bit of a background for our participants here to know you.
Yes, so as you said, my name is Morten, and I'm the COO in Lunar. I joined Lunar 4.5 years ago. At that time, not a very big company. I think I was employee number 10 or 11. Today, we are more than 170 people in Lunar. Um, and I'm working primarily across the whole value chain when it comes to what we're focusing on here in the Luna. So both people involved in product and tech, in general operations, in the strategy going forward, different kind of collaboration partners, preparing ourselves to go live with the bank in Denmark. Right now, also focusing on together with the team, how can we bridge that in the rest of Scandinavia and the Nordics as well.
And so when did you establish? What year was it? Like,
So Luna was established 5 years ago, and we kicked off Luna based on a partnership model where we did not have any banking license ourselves. So instead, we collaborated with a bank here in Denmark and then built all our features and services on top of that specific infrastructure. Then 2 years ago, we initiated the banking license process, applying for our own banking license at the Danish FSA, and that was an interesting but also very hard process to get the license. We finally got the license actually a year ago, August 2019. Meaning that we are after that also initiated the finalization of being able to go live with our own bank first here in Denmark and right now also expanding to the other countries in the Nordic region. So we have been live with our own bank now for pretty much 6 months and are onboarding new customers every day in the bank here in Denmark.
and I'm hearing a lot about the Nordic market, the penetration, all these payment solutions and apps. Tell me about the ecosystem. What existed there before Lunar came in within the traditional bank? Like, how does Lunar change?
So I mean, I think that we have just we have had our part in pushing things in this direction, but we have also just participated in an existing ecosystem where so many other players have also participated in the whole agenda when it comes to collaboration between different kinds of companies. It has been a strategy from the very beginning in Luna that we would like to participate with other companies, that we would like to truly engage in the ecosystem, not even knowing at that time how the actual ecosystem would turn out to be, but just from the very beginning, an open mind and open approach to collaborating with the other companies, other third-party providers, based on an assumption that we know that we are able to provide value to the market, but we also are very much aware of the fact that there are many other players out there who are able to do exactly the same, and it could be super interesting to see what kind of collaborations can we initiate and how can we, together with other companies, also be able to create value in the future.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Rune from the Nordic API Gateway, right?
Yep.
And I heard that they had a partnership with you guys, right?
Yes, that's true. Yeah. So we just initiated the partnership with the Nordic API Gateway, and we have just launched the AISP solution in Denmark. We are just about within a few weeks also to launch the payment initiation feature as well. And we are bringing that collaboration with us when we are within a few months entering the Swedish market with our bank and the
Wow.
Norwegian and the Finnish market as well. So here we were really talking about a collaboration that we are able to bring alongside in our own expansion strategy. So that's going to be super interesting to follow.
What are the features that you see that makes the user stick and love about Lunar?
There are no specific features that enables or is the main reason for staying at Lunar. To be honest, I think it's the wide combination. First of all, really trying hard to keep the focus on user experience in the app, really all the time. Maintain the high level of user experience and the requirements we put to ourselves when it comes to the design we put in, the complete user journey, the different flows, etc. So it's a very difficult, not a difficult, but it's an important balance to both deliver the super great design at the same time as you are dealing with the money of people. So you need to balance both, because there is a lot of insights you need to provide to people, but you need to keep it or present it in an environment where it makes much more sense for them, and also try to engage them also to really read and follow the information we send to them.
Because today we have so many neobanks on the summit. We have Revolut and App Bank in Australia and Bank from the Netherlands, and nowadays you have like virtual cards, all kinds of ways to block payment, and of course you need a great design, and also people still like the physical cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have in that space?
Well, I think again, there is not a specific feature or a specific payment solution that's gonna make it for a single of the companies you are mentioning there. We all need to provide the full range of the product portfolio when it comes to issuing both virtual cards and physical cards, engage it in the different XPay solutions as well. So coming back to my point, I don't see a single feature out there from any of the new banks or neobanks or challenger banks across other, not even global players or more regional players, that has this one main driver that will make it for them. It is a combination, because we can see from our perspective that each time we bring new products into the market, we engage with a new segment out there. So from our perspective, not the one single feature, not even within the specific payment industry, but it is the full combination of whatever kind of needs you have when it comes to your everyday banking. That's our strategy to, at the end game, fulfill these requirements, and on top of that, always remember the user experience, and always remember what other kind of value are we able to bring to the market if we combine things in a different way. That's how we see the future.
Yes, and how do you listen to your consumers?
In various ways. I mean, we have a very, not formalized, but a very consumer community. So we have it online, and we try to bring them whenever we are launching or preparing the launch of new products. We try to get them on board and push it out to them and get the initial feedback. That's from the mass, so to speak. We also try to invite them. So that's only a few, for example, 5 or 10. When we have some user flows where we say, so please just go through that. You download the test app. Tell us exactly how you experience each flow that we have presented to you, and based on that feedback, also really change it, because that's really the best way to deal with the inside out versus outside in perspective. To really hear what do you think when you see this specific screen. I don't think, many times we're talking also about user engagement when it comes to product development or a specific innovation. And here, it's not our experience that we get completely new innovation and ideas from our customers or customers that are not, or potential future customers. But we get great feedback from those people to what do we actually need to adjust to make it even better or easier to understand. And I think that's the core value, really, that you just listen higher here, and not and but present them to your initial thoughts, and then you get feedback on that, compared to just, hey, please just elaborate freely. What do you need in the future? Because our experience is that most often it's pretty much what we have already outlined in our own roadmap that they will point out.
Did you see any spike during COVID and people opening accounts, or your onboarding process? And you emphasize a lot about design. I feel it, the product and the design. How easy is it to open an account with Lunar?
It's easy, and I think it's as easy as it should be, because opening a bank account is not just about typing in your email address and then you're good to go. There are things we need to know about our customers, and these informations are pretty much general information that all banks should collect to know their customer in the right way. So again, it's not very much about what kind of information that we are required to request from our customers, but it's much more how do they experience to give us these information, and how do we manage to explain to them why we are asking the questions we are. We didn't define the questions ourselves initially. You can read the legislation, and then you can see, okay, you really need to know things like this from your customer. But it's up to us to present it in a way, and up to us to also make user flows and designs and explanations that give the customers the feeling that, okay, it makes sense. This is the reason why I need to give you these information, because we are requiring very personal information, pictures of your passport or driver license, etc. So explain them why they need to do that.
And there's not a certain demographic that you see, like Lunar is for everybody, right?
Lunar is for everybody, and we can see, back to my point from earlier, that every time we launch new products, we also see that we open up doors to segments that we may not have had the same appeal to earlier in the process. We saw that when we introduced the Invest product in our app, that also opened the door to customers that we did not have on board in Lunar before. We are just now launching our own finance products as well. Also now making a wider and more fulfilling product portfolio that will also attract new customers who then can see, okay, we are actually capable of delivering almost all of your basic banking functionalities here in Lunar. So that is the strategy going forward.
Amazing. Great. I could have just, go on and ask, and time is limited. Of course, if you want to mention some other things that I didn't mention, feel free. But I think that it's pretty obvious that you are the full package. It's not a single feature, as you said, and you more like the holistic approach of the finance, for a person that logs in, to give him all the possibilities, including savings, including investment, including a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a point to say to that is, going back to your first questions about the whole ecosystem, it's not our strategy that we are able and will be capable of producing all these new products ourselves. Very interested in the dialogue and the discussions with potential collaboration partners who may are the best within that specific field, and then try to see how can we do a collaboration when it comes to introducing that specific product in the product portfolio as well. So I think that's also where we may differentiate ourselves from especially incumbent banks as well. They tend to have a more, we're going to do everything ourselves, and that is more or less the complete opposite strategy that we have.
I'm so happy that you said that, because I was about to say the same thing. We are a global finance summit. We have so many fintechs here, all kinds of services, and they want to connect. And I think that your approach, and I'm coming from Israel, and a lot of stuff it's here. I think the innovation comes because we think creatively, and we do this mesh. The meshing, take one technology here, connect it to one technology here, and now you have a whole new product here. Like the whole activity is not to invent, but to take what's good here and what's good here, and to make a new value proposition.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
it really differentiates you. And, you know, I'm talking on the summit with other fintechs and neobanks from all over the world. And it really differentiates you because I think this you're doing smart, and you understand your power, your strength, and what do you bring to the table. And I invite fintechs here. How do they learn more about you, your product? How do they follow you?
Well, of course, they can typically just follow us on the traditional social media channels. Also, I mean, we always encourage people to just contact us and write us, and I promise you that we will really get back to all kinds of companies who are approaching us. At the same time, we are doing a lot of really trying to keep attention to new ideas out there, and companies providing specific solutions as well. So it's not about just waiting for people to contact us. We are also very active out there in the market ourselves.
Amazing. Thank you very much, and good luck to you and the whole team over there. I can't wait to meet face to face, maybe at your office when things are going back to.
We hope so. We hope so.
Great.
Well, thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.